Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our at the 25. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his third season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
For the second consecutive season, Tua as a starter and Miami as a team both had winning records but missed the playoffs. His numbers, they weren't terrific, only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns against 10 interceptions, but he also overcame fractured ribs early in the season to return and play well down the stretch. And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race.
First carry for the former 49er, Raheem Mostert. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On 2nd down and 4, Tua. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, there defensively for that pass breakup, Dre Greenlaw. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right. Were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 97 yards. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 59 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And some space here. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it?
You talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
In motion, Hill. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. In motion, Hill. Tua now on first down. Buying time to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. In motion, Hill. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua, that's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd. Out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st. Now a give to Mostert running right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 121 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ethan Carter punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Partner, I love the call to go for it on 4th down.
Well, I know you do, because if you don't get it right, they got to march 99 yards the other direction.
But what it showed me was they didn't have that mentality at all. They weren't even thinking about setting up for their defense. They were just thinking about scoring, determined to get into the end zone.
And get into the end zone they did. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Throwing now is Garoppolo. On the move to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 142 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. In motion, Hill. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Mike Gesicki has really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. A career-high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains.
2 now on 1st down. Steps and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Tua going to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa steps away to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Back deep, Ray McLeod.
Taking it about the 36. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check, Mike 42. We ain't giving up nothing, check. It's got Mike 42, Mike 42. You.
A final shot before half for Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
161 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Dance, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here we go. Just be ready. Just be ready. Sit. Never. Mike 42. Mike 42. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 42. Mike 42. It's a party now. Mike's 42. Ready, go.
And they'll go for it. Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
To throw, it's Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Lance going to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, the deep ball has been a big factor in why they have the lead that they do. But here, this defense finally said, hey, enough's enough.
Yeah, and obviously they've had their struggles all game long. Now, this won't make up for the deficit that they already face, but it is something that they can finally feel good about.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Lance. He's got Ayuk once again.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Lance now to throw.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Throwing now is Lance. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
95. 10 cycles.
In motion, Hill. They'll run right side with Mostert. They'll get this up to about the 44.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Tua. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 55 yards. And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
49ers 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 19 yards that time for number 19. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
42. Max 42. Here we go. Check. 42's the
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 10, Lance. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion, Hill. On 2nd and 9, Tua. And going deep for Hill. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
17.
Here's Mostert. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. In motion, Hill. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They hand it off to Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he wisely will throw that one away. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On 3rd down, here's Gaskin. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Red, yellow. That's the way. 29 is Mike. Mike 29.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
From the home of the 12s, they raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south. Out of downtown Seattle.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. From Seattle.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Smith going to look to throw right away.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here's Smith. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And some room to work. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
38 yards for Raheem Mostert. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Smith. They'll roll him in, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Jalen Phillips in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And that'll go to cancel out a very nice return on the punt.
And that one was a hold. And I don't know what the percentages are between holding calls and illegal blocks in the back, but both of them go a long way towards wiping out nice returns.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. In motion, Hill.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tua. That's complete. What a grab by Hill. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Give me some.
Now Geno. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
In motion, Hill. After the turnover, it's Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Once again, it's Mostert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Smith. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
33, yellow. Watch out now, 50 Fury. Flight blue. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
They'll run with Gaskin.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Myles Gaskin taking it in from a yard out.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charged timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's go. 45. White. 10 cycles. Ready.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down.
But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Mostert's got all the speed in the world, but injuries have kept him from being able to show that over a full season. Now he finds himself competing for starting touches in Miami and hoping to get back to his 2019 form in San Francisco, where he topped 770 yards with 8 touchdowns.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run right side with Mostert.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 29 yards. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
In motion, Hill. 2 and now on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan.
And this one complete to Doolin.
And he's got some space here.
On the move past the 40.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for... And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua going to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Mostert. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. 52 blue. Cluster, 6. Yellow.
Slot man moves right. Tua now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Mostert. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he finds a man on the crossing route. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble. And then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Well, no sooner did the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a stoppage here, as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Right, number 7. Ready.
This is Mostert. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
In motion, Hill. On 2nd and 9, Tua.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Miami set to take over. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 44. Ryan.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, They want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check, check, Mike 42. Yo, 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 yo. Stop, Mike 42, Mike 42. 58. 42 is the mic, boys, 42. 42 is the mic. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike's 42, Mike's 42.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. In motion, Hill. Here's Mostert, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In motion, Hill. Here's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, Tuesday.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
They run once more with Taylor.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd and 10 now, Ryan. He's got a man, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Get ready, get ready. Ready, get ready. 51. 42 is the mic. I got it. Mike's 42. Mike's
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Set the tone, defense. Hey, Sal. Defense, let's go. Mike 42, Mike 42. Go.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does.
He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 37.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gonna look deep for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 59 yards.
And the Dolphins have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. It's a run with Mostert.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
42's the mark, boys. 42. 42's the mark.
Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last shot for Ryan. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to
tonight, from Luke.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Let's go. 52 blue. Let's go. 12, 10.
The slot man in motion right. Throwing to start here is Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Slot man moves right. Throwing again on second down. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all. And when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed. That's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Tua sets up to pass it.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
In motion goes the tight end. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Running left, Taylor. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
the whip. 20. Check out, bro. Hot. Watch out. Wait. Hey, son.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Flush to his right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
10 cycles.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Single slot. 26 man. Get ready. 26 man. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
26 man. 38.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Again, it's Taylor. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They run with Hines, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun, it's Taylor. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The slot man in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Back, back, back. Hey, Mike's 42.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Down to about the 32.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a give to Taylor. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down.
That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing into break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night.
A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 24, Tua. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Ready, set. Fight,
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Chase Edmonds. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 17-3. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And the Colts coming out now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker come on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6. Now second and 4.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
4 yards.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 80 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Here's a give up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
Have firmly established Emmanuel Ogbah as the face of the Fins pass rush.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a third quarter. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. They go play action with Ryan.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones. Room here to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Isaiah Rodgers.
And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Ryan.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Looking to pass. Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Shaquille Leonard gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
And this returnable for Hines.
Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Alley-Cox, 27 yards.
And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return.
Come the Dolphins now. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
In motion, Hill. On 2nd and 9, Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards.
And the Dolphins have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. In motion, Hill. Two and now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. In motion, Hill. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
In motion comes the tight end left. On first down, Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yellow, 22.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Everyone's got 4.
Field, black.
Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having to run.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
I got two. Single.
Green jack.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Shaquille Leonard able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Watch the screen. Mike 42. Hey, South. Big stop, G. Big stop. 32. Mike 42.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Now Ryan on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is.
Black Ultra.
Tua now on 1st down.
Forced out to his left. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Ready. Blue 32. Smash. Red.
He's telling the right,
Hey.
Slot man moves right. To throw again on second down. Tua buying time to his left. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.